You. Okay, perfect. Hello, so thank you all for being here. So this panel is about NFTs and how we can interact with DeFi. So let me introduce you three incredible entrepreneurs who are working in DeFi and on NFTs. So we have Joseph from Karios, NFT lending platform. We have Pablo, who is who created Angle, a stablecoin protocol, a Euro stablecoin protocol, sorry. And Laszlo, who is the founder of Kiln. A
Hi guys. So go ahead. Go ahead.
It's okay. So yeah, let's start. So Karis, you decided that you are building financial tools for NFTs. Why did you start with lending collaterals?
We start with lending protocol. I think because of the two major challenges with NFTs when it comes to financial tools. The first one is the illiquidity of the market. By nature, NFT is quite illiquid. And the second one is the pricing of assets. Kind of hard to price assets, especially for smaller collection or within a collection. So you can't simply apply what I've been working with crypto asset and simply copy and paste for NFTs. And allowing loans with NFT, so you back loans with NFT to extract the value, whether it's for buy other NFTs, to invest elsewhere, etc. Can be the starting point of many other use cases, mostly financial one, for example, like leverage in one click, edge, short, installment payment, but also less financial one, for example, like leverage inside the game, etc. So being able to back loan with NFT can be the starting point of many things like that, and solving the two challenge are a good way to make the NFT finance thrive.
Okay, cool. And so Pablo, as Joseph said, he's always a lot using PFPs. Do you know where there is any else on other useful utility that could be used also on NFTs?
Yeah. So maybe before going into the utility for NFTs in like globally, I think it's important to remind that, as you said, NFTs are not all PFPs. NFT is just a standard, just like USB-C. It's a standard. People could use another type of wires to load your computers back. It's the same for NFTs. It's a standard that makes life easier. So it makes life easier to transmit and to own digital images. But in DeFi, it's already well and used by a lot of protocols under the hood. And so this is one use case. It's useful to represent elements in financial positions which are not fungible by nature. So what are the examples? You could think of NFTs to represent a loan. Like let's say I have a loan with my bank. It means that I have collateral and that have taken a debt in some way. Well, this position is non-fungible, but it is an NFT. And the reason why it's really important to use these NFTs and it's important that people use them is that it makes the standardization of it creates enhance and a lot of composable use cases around the NFTs. Like DeFi, in a sense, it's a replication of many financial elements, but in a more composable, transparent way. And by using NFTs, you allow to you facilitate a lot the development of such use cases because it's really easy to integrate with a project that has an NFT. Like it's just an endpoint. It's the same for all NFTs, which makes transferring these NFTs, incorporating your NFTs in the dApp super easy. Like one big use case of NFTs, and where you see, I think there are more such NFTs than like PFP NFTs, but Uniswap positions, when you add liquidity on Uniswap, you get an NFT. And the fact that this is encoded as an NFT, just like under the standard, makes it super easy to build your protocol on top of Uniswap. And this is what DeFi is all about, and this is why we need NFTs in DeFi.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
NFTs in DeFi.
And also, so yeah, there is the fact that you can also use it as like title of a financial proof. But is there like any like use case that you can also use it in staking? I know that Kiln is already like a staking mechanism where you can like have like some a validator node. Is there an utility on NFTs on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Pablo said it, right? NFTs in DeFi are very interesting use case, and I'm going to talk about the validator NFT use case. So, are you all familiar here with proof of stake and the way NFTs are validated on Ethereum? Raise the hand. Okay, so maybe just a bit about as a background. Last September, the merge happened. So the protocol, Ethereum protocol, passed from proof of work to proof of stake. So before we're validating transaction with CPU and electricity. Now we're validating transaction by staking. And the concept of staking is that you take some ether, you lock them, you bond them on a validator. And in exchange, you can validate transactions, so NFTs that have been minted or transferred, and you get rewarded for it. And the rewards coming from two sources. The first source is the protocol inflation, new Ethereum that are being created, and the second source is the network fees. So when you mint an NFT, you pay fees to the Ethereum network, and these fees goes back to the staker that validated your transaction, right? On Ethereum, it's a pretty decentralized design. There's one validator that you have to launch every 32 ETH that you stake. Means that today there's 520,000 validators. There will be millions validators tomorrow, right? Because this number is constantly growing. And we think the best way to represent these validators will be NFTs. And the reason why is that today, when you stake your assets, they're locked at the protocol level. There will be an upgrade called the Shanghai upgrade in a few weeks, where you will be able to unstake your validator, your 32 ETH, but still you will have to wait for a few weeks to do that. It's a security measure on the protocol because you want to unstake your assets, you wait a few weeks. This is really inefficient. If you represent the validator as an NFT is actually a coupon that gives you the right to unstake the validator. Instead of unstaking it, you just sell the coupon on OpenSea, for example. So that's a great use case. And the validator in itself, it can be seen as a commodity, as cucumber, right? What's the variability of the price of a cucumber? It might be the color, the weight, the fact that it has been produced in France or somewhere else, the size of the cucumber or anything else. In validators, it's what's the balance? Is it 32 ETH? Is it 33 because the rewards are higher than the other validators? Where is it being deployed? Is it in France or the US? Is it in AWS, a cloud provider in the US, or is it in OVH? Stuff like that. All of these information will be contained in the NFT itself. And you will be, again, able to trade it, and the value will vary according to all of these information on the NFT. It could be a great collateral in DeFi.
Is already like at the moment at Angle we're doing our Euro stablecoin and liquid staking positions. Like so far it's ERC20, so we don't have the full advantage of the non-fungibility.
Right.
But you can borrow our stablecoin AG Euro against liquid staking derivative positions. And in the future, and this is what Joseph is doing. Like we could unlock the use case of borrowing against NFTs, and you can make like custom loans depending on the NFT you are using as a collateral, like which collateral factor, depending on the size of the cucumber, for instance.
Exactly. We love cucumbers. And as you mentioned, liquid staking pools are fungible tokens representing your stake assets, but in the back end, they will use NFTs as well, because when you want to redeem an STETH against the protocol, they have to unstake the validator, and instead they could sell just an NFT, right, and giving you back ETH, actually. So yeah, you could also lend these NFTs. In the case of validators, the use case of lending it gives you block proposal and block space, and it's a great opportunity for searchers and MEV. But I'm not going to go in this topic. Phoebe.
Great. Also, one question is like nowadays, a majority of users are coming onboarding like crypto through NFTs. And I was wondering why the DeFi community do not use NFT at all. And is there maybe a possibility like to mix the two?
Yeah, true. I think if you look at NFT holders, there's like probably 5% that actually ever use like a DeFi protocol, and the other way around, they don't mix that much. But if we've seen, for example, last past year, most of Web3 newcomers start with NFTs. It's probably a good way to like install the wallet, get the first transaction on blockchain, understand gas fees, and then enter community DAO, etc. And can be like a good starting point to explore the rest of the ecosystem. When it comes to especially DeFi product with NFTs, I think like a lot of things, it comes from good education, of course, UI, UX, etc. But it comes down more to, are you able to build a product that people actually want and most of all needs, and that could be a good way to actually onboard on other products. And yeah, I think that could be the good reason. I don't think that every NFT holders will switch to DeFi and DeFi user will switch to NFTs like PFP or these kind of NFTs. But there's definitely a space where they can both interact, and a lot of things that can happen.
On my end, if I may, I think that NFT holders will come to DeFi, but it's not the NFT holders we have today. It's a new type of NFT holders. I'm going to explain myself. I believe that DeFi at this point, it's still at the proof of concept stage. Like, we've shown that we were able to do money market. We've shown that we were able to do decentralized exchanges. We've shown that we were able to do like stable coins. But it's mostly a closed loop with no big external use case on the world, like how many unbanked people are using DeFi at the moment, how many like inefficiencies have we removed from the financial world. I don't think we've done a lot. And NFTs are a way to wrap a lot of interesting financial products. Think of it as bonds, you know, like bonds, it's a super inefficient market because the cost to issue a bond, like a government bond or a corporate bond, it's super high. But if you allow tokenization under the form of NFTs to be done on-chain, then you allow and unlock the use case of DeFi doing things more efficiently than on traditional finance through the scope of NFTs. So that's why that's how I believe that NFT holders, like bond holders and many financial product holders wrapped under NFTs, will come to DeFi.
Okay. Do you have something to add?
No, I agree. And by the way, like validated NFTs, the internet bond, that's what e-staking is. And obviously, it will come also to more traditional finance and in government bonds, as Pablo said. I completely agree.
Okay, so yeah, my next question will be like for institutional, what could be the use case like for staking NFTs or maybe like for financial tools? What are they can be like they use, like for example for staking NFTs?
Yeah, I mean, today our customers are custodians, Five Blocks, Ledger Enterprise, BitGo, and others, or I don't know, even Ledger. You can actually stake today a batch of 32 ETH on Ledger. You will be able to access these NFTs, and there will be a different marketplace. OpenSea is a marketplace for, I don't know, apes NFTs or monkeys or any other type. And I guess these traditional custodians or these crypto custodians will be trading or offering trading validator NFT in the future, maybe banks as well. That's how I see the market in the future, 100%. And I also see more and more traditional brands, Fidelity, State Street, maybe Société Générale or BNP in France, accessing this market in the coming years.
Okay. No, yeah. For a last question before it ends, I was wondering, like, are you like you're going to be more focused on that? Would be like in your terms of enterprise, what's the percentage of market fit, not market fit, but like CA that you can make with NFTs? Is that like for you a product that can you earn money or only like for users?
Yeah. First of all, we run a little bit less than 4% of the network, so 4% of all the NFTs on the Ethereum network we validate that. We run a lot of validators, but we'll mint NFTs for some of our competitors, let's say, or partners in the future, other companies that are running validators, and we take a commission on the yield because the NFT gives you a yield, 6% Ethereum staking yield, and we'll take NFT royalties. And I personally think NFT royalties are good for the NFT ecosystem.
I don't agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe he thinks there's two movement, right? The hébergé, for example, taxes or NFT royalties. I don't know. I still think it gives a lot of revenue to this emerging market, and it would be maybe detrimental to change it for now at least. And we'll take fees on the transaction, so we'll take NFT royalties as well.
Okay. And you, Pablo, is it just for users or?
No, I think that like DeFi protocols are super scalable protocols. In the sense that you can make smart contracts that you develop, you are free to develop in your room, and they are of general use case. And if you want to incorporate NFTs in your protocols, well, you need to tailor your smart contracts, unless you have a super like well-functioning framework. You need to tailor your smart contracts to accommodate these NFTs. And I believe that if we want to start onboarding NFTs and providing utility, like companies who have commercial papers, who want to borrow in the DeFi space because they cannot do it in the TradFi space, well, you need more work first. And I believe that that's the next iteration of DeFi, where companies will not be like tens of people, it will be thousands of people, because through NFTs you will be able to offer them, while keeping the transparent and composable architecture, something that really suits their need in a transparent way.
Okay. Angle is hiring.
Not yet. We're not there yet. I hope I'm talking like 5 to 10 years from now.
Okay, great. So I think we're going to end. If anyone has a question or not, okay, sorry, we have to go.
We'll be on the side if you want to.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
We'll stay here.
Available for coffee.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
listening.
very
Thank
much.
you.